The Prophet at the last days of his life decided to take out the elders of the companions for 50 to 60 days out of Medina in order to stabilize Imam Ali's caliphate. The Prophet, Monday of fourth night before the end of the months of Safar at the year 11 of Hijrah, asked the Muslims to be prepared to do a sudden attack on Byzantine Empire, and the next day, at Tuesday, he announced a 19-year-old boy, Osama Zaid Sharahil, as the commander of the army. And at the book of Sirah an-Nabawiyya, volume 2, page 606, points that the destination of this army to the Darum of the Palestinian lands. Osama ibn Zayd was supposed to take the legions for 55 days, and when we take a look at those whom they were supposed to participate at this legion, we realize some of the companions in a written order and the orders by direct word of the Prophet. And the order was to leave the city for that matter. And at the book of Maghazi, volume 3, page 1118, it is written that all of the first Muhajirin have been addressed to join the Osama army, and it mentioned that it includes Omar, Abu Ubaidah, Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas, Said ibn Zayd, and the rest. Just wait a moment here. Who had taken the caliphate away from Imam Ali at Saqifa? Exactly those who the Prophet named them, as if the Prophet has foreseen the future and he asked them to go for this mission. This was the only war that the Prophet insisted on it numerous times. Regardless of the Prophet's demand upon this battle, the Sunnis book mentioned that after 14 days, these men were still present in the city. After 16 days, one of those who didn't obey the Prophet's order, Abu Bakr, comes to the Prophet and told the Prophet, while His Highness was dealing with the sickness at the last days of his life, "O Prophet, thanks God that today you are doing fine. Today is my fourth wife's day and I have to go out of the Medina to see her. Let me do so." And he wants to go to Son region outside of the Medina, while he was supposed to be at the Damascus at the moment, but he refused to do so that to be present at the time of the Prophet's demise. He wanted to be close to Medina so that he could return as soon as possible to Medina. And Son was so close to Medina and to Masjidul Nabi. Imagine you are the owner of a company and you ask one of your employees to do a task. He not only refused to do so, but also after 16 days, he comes and asks for permission to spend time with his wife. After 16 days, the army not only hadn't moved, but also they were asking permission to spend time with their families too. Abu Ja'far Tabari, at his famous book of Tabari, volume 3, page 200, said that when the Prophet passed away, Abu Bakr was at Son region and Omar was present at Medina, although they were supposed to be somewhere else, by the direct order of the Prophet. They didn't want to leave the Medina. They tried to stay close to Medina or even inside the Medina. And this is how Abu Bakr stayed at Medina, and the further events that we would mention in next episode happen. Stay tuned with us for more.